Hello and welcome to another edition of Inside Outlook. I'm Tony Trongone, Superintendent of Pemberton Township Schools. And in today's session of Inside Outlook, I have our Supervisor of Food Services, Miss Barb Wells. Welcome, Barb.
Hi.
I got a couple questions for you, as I always do for our guests. And the first thing is, in my amazement, what does it take to run 11 school cafeterias and feed a school district of 5,000 students?
It takes about 60 staff to feed all those kids, although about a third of the kids bring their own lunch. A lot of our staff live in the community, so they're familiar with our kids. And we have support staff in our office. It takes a lot of dedication, I think, on behalf of our staff.
Oh, great. So the big question I have here, how do you create the school menu? And I think I break it up into the elementary, middle school, and high school. How do you create those menus each week and each month?
We take into consideration the National School Lunch Program, which we participate in, their guidelines, and they suggest that children have a variety of fruits and vegetables, different colors, offer different nutrients. And as a dietitian, I totally agree with the guidelines that they want our kids to be healthy, have greater choices. So in our elementary schools, we offer 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, a hot entree, 2 cold sandwiches, usually peanut butter and jelly, and then every week we change our sandwich. It could be a tuna or egg salad or turkey or ham. And then at the high school level, we also, and middle school, we offer a sandwich bar, a salad. We offer, this week, it's a hot dog bar, or for the entire month. We offer, so a student can come through and get the entree, 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, milk, and a juice. Or they can just choose 1 fruit, 1 vegetable. The National School Lunch Program insists that every child has a fruit with breakfast and with lunch. So cashiers or the staff in the cafeteria are usually heard saying, you have to take fruit, you have to take a fruit. And that's part of participating in the National School Lunch Program.
Looking at that National School Lunch Program, they have a term called minimal nutritional value. What does that mean to you when I say minimal nutritional value?
Well, let's take a Twinkie.
Okay.
A Twinkie has minimal nutritional value. It offers nothing to a person except sugar. Whereas an entree that we offer offers protein, carbohydrates, things that a student would need to help them learn during the day, to give them energy to do whatever they need to do.
So give me an example of an entree.
An entree could be chicken nuggets with, we usually offer a roll with it because it doesn't offer enough grains. So we have chicken nuggets, they can have a pasta, a buttered noodle, and then broccoli and carrots are offered that day. Usually a fruit, a fresh fruit, an apple or an orange or a banana. Those foods have greater nutritional value than sugary foods that offer minimum. So a lot of your processed foods offer minimum nutritional value.
So like if I have a stepchild who's in middle school and she's soon to be in high school, so can she eat chicken tenders and French fries every day?
We don't offer that.
Okay.
I mean, we do offer a sandwich every day, but we don't offer pizza every day
Okay.
in any of our schools.
I think people need to hear about that because the guidelines say you can't, right? Is that true? Or?
The guidelines, they're guidelines. So they want us to offer. They want kids to have a choice if they want broccoli and they want carrots and they want beans. So we're not. If we only ate chicken nuggets and French fries every day, we wouldn't be getting the greater nutritional value that our bodies actually need.
And that speaks into what because you're a dietitian, so there's a responsibility on your part to make sure our kids are eating properly, right? From my understanding.
There is, and also I think food services has a responsibility because our community is so diverse in their economics, the income levels here, that our free and reduced population is more than 50% at Pemberton. So we want all of our kids to have choices in what they eat, not just offering a la carte items such as pizza that kids can buy, but offering choices for all of our kids. Anybody who goes through the line can have a hot entree or a cold sandwich if they choose.
Yeah, good. It's good to know that. Next question. What kind of outreach has taken place between you and our students in regards to the lunch program and the choices that are provided them each day?
Well, we're currently working with our wellness committee, which is part of the requirement for the National School Lunch Program to participate in, where we have a committee of nurses, PE teachers, students, other administrative people who get together and make sure that we're meeting the needs of the students, nutritional needs, and balancing that with activities for physical
but you
health.
I saw, I was at the high school, you were meeting with high school kids the other day. What was that about?
So some of the high school kids expressed dissatisfaction with our menu, and we really want to hear their feedback. So the principal at the high school brought together a group of students. We met with them. We made some immediate changes that we were able to, but we're going to continue to meet with them to find out their likes and dislikes. And then in the future, hopefully, every school will have a committee that of students that is able to talk to the principal and say, within our guidelines also, how can we improve our service to our kids?
That's good to know. And one final question, what other points do you wish to convey to our community to let them know more about our cafeteria and our lunch program in Pemberton Township?
One of the things that we struggle letting parents know is the free and reduced lunch application. It's mailed out to every family at the beginning of the school year, so it goes out in August. It's daunting. The application itself is very hard to read. It's like applying for a mortgage, and there's pages and pages that are sent home. But it helps us help kids be able to eat, because if you don't apply every year and you qualify, then the school district itself is not getting reimbursed for the meals that students are eating. So they're carrying balances, and when they could be take or reduced.
But the thing is, though, every kid eats every day, though.
Every kid.
We don't turn any kid away, right?
We don't. Students are allowed to charge, and we send home notices. We call parents because we don't want those balances to get overwhelming for families.
Because I guess if someone will be eligible, but to have a free lunch, but the paperwork hasn't been completed or not processed yet, and so, but we don't turn them away because of that.
We don't.
Okay,
So every year, the students, whatever their eligibility was at the end of in June, it carries over for the first 30 school days. And then usually around October 15th to the 20th, the kids receive a letter saying, your eligibility is going to end because you haven't filled out an application. And the family only has to fill out one application per family. But if one of the students, say, goes to BCIT, they would have to fill out an application for their student at BCIT. We can't, their status or their eligibility doesn't automatically transfer to Pemberton. So any student that goes to a Pemberton school, we would need an application. But you can do it as one family can fill out one application. But if a student goes to a different school, they need to fill it out for that.
So it's December. Is it too late to fill out the application?
It's never too late. And if a family's income changes, they can always fill out an application. But if you qualified as free or reduced in September, it's good for the year, no matter what. If you're say you lost your job and you filled out the application in September, you don't have to fill out another application. But if your economic status changes during the year and it goes down, you can always fill out another application and we can change your status.
That's good to know. Well, Barb, it's definitely an enlightening session I've had with you, and I continue to learn about our lunch program here in Pemberton Township Schools and the great job you're doing here. So continue to do good work, and I do like the fact that you're reaching out to those kids and getting their feedback. And then there's a balance there, right? Because there's needs and wants.
Yes.
There's or just what they want and what you're allowed to feed. We're allowed to feed them every day.
Right.
And so that's a good start of having them understand that, and then we understanding them and what they like. So thank you for that.
Well, thanks for giving us the opportunity to promote food services.
All right, great. So thank you, Barb. So that concludes this session of Inside Outlook. Tony Trungone, Superintendent, Pemberton Township Schools.